Oh, jeez. Again. Welcome back to What's the Greatest. I see that you have no problem getting inside my house now. That's terrifying in itself. If you watched first episode ever, then you will know the role here to discover what is the greatest game of all time. Looking at our big, beautiful board here, bring that a little closer to camera. You could see our number one game of all time, Super Mario Bros. We beat it. It's on the list. You know what? This list is a little light. So I think we need to add a couple more games to be able to truly say this is the greatest game of all time. Today, we're going to be playing a little game called Simpsons Road Rage. Came out in 2001 for the Xbox. Also came out for the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and later the Game Boy Advance. We're going to play the Xbox version. We're going to play it on the Duke with the actual system. Here we go. Whoop. Look at that. Do you guys remember that thing? It's 110 pounds. I kid you not. It weighed 110 pounds. It hummed like a jet engine. It was a very weird console. I don't know how it survived. I bought it and I liked it. You know what? Using a giant controller is, now that I'm older, a much better thing. But anyway, we are going to play Simpsons Road Rage. So, let me change our camera here. And we're going to get started. We're going to start a new game here. I'll explain after we watch the intro, the very important intro movie, to know why we're playing Simpsons Road Rage. Alright, I'm going to be quiet and we'll do its talking.
Dad.
Quit playing those stupid video games, boy. I want to watch TV.
Simpsons
We're live
never
in
looks
front
good.
of City
3D.
Hall as joyless plutocrat Montgomery
For maybe that
Burns
one
is about
episode
to
where
unveil
Homer goes
his new
behind the
line
bookshelf.
of nuclear-powered buses.
Behold the Burns Atomic Megabus. Faster, cheaper, and completely safe.
Please kill me.
That poor man. I hope someone does kill him.
Those radioactive buses are a threat to the public health.
Threat to public health, eh? That gives me an idea. What do you think?
Just get to the game already.
Bart says what we're all thinking. Just get to the game already. This game's weird. I will do my best to explain it, but obviously our role is to beat every game. This game you really can't beat. It's like Crazy Taxi, if anyone played that, where you can just compete for high score. There is a mission mode. We'll take a look at that. We will not sit here and unlock every single element of this game. I do not have that kind of time. But so we will dive in first. Road Rage, then we'll shoot into mission mode. We'll see how many we can complete. And then if I feel like we've played enough, or if we have completed everything, you know, see where this game rates. So the whole premise of this game
I got the need for speed.
is Crazy Taxi, as I said.
I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?
Take a car, drive it around, pick up people, drop them off at their destination, get money,
Get ready for electric speed.
Oh
and
dear.
continue to do that forever.
What the hell, you fucking finished? Look where you're going, you idiot!
We're gonna start with Grandpa Simpson. You start with only one level unlocked. So, everybody cares. Here we go. So this game came out in 2001. That would put me at 14 years old. This was the first... I loved The Simpsons. This was peak Simpsons time for me. I played the earlier stuff. but this is the first Simpsons game I owned. I remember asking for it and being like, yeah, this is very vital that I have this game. And now looking back on it, I have no idea why.
What's a car? Art, is that you? I can't see all that well.
Don't worry, Grandpa.
So,
I'll be your eyes today. To the Quickie Mart at once.
if anyone is familiar with
talking while
the
I'm driving.
Xbox controller, and I can't say for sure on the PlayStation, but there are 2 triggers on this controller,
To the new deal.
and they are
Oh,
not used
that
for
was
gas.
coolest.
Every racing
Alright,
game
now
ever
with
uses the
pedals
right
raised
trigger for
here.
Please don't
gas.
tell my manager you
Not
saw me. I'm supposed
Simpsons
to be
Road
cleaning
Rage.
out
You
urinals at the
gas
movie
with one of
theater.
the
No
face
talking while I'm
buttons,
driving.
and you essentially handbrake, which is what you
This
want,
is the greatest
with
moment of my sad
another
life.
face button.
Get in the blooming car already.
Silly person. Primary reason
Your
that you are
goal
picking me up right now is that according to the laws
is
of
to,
physics,
like I said, drive around,
I cannot occupy
Oh, boy.
2 different spaces at the same time.
collecting as
Back in
much
my
money
day,
and
we
as many
called
passengers as possible.
sandwiches
When you have a
Black
passenger,
Freddy.
points
It
you in the
cost
general
one
direction of where
red
you're
card
trying
to
to go. Otherwise, there are these little domes that appear around passengers that if you stop in the dome, they will get in your car. There is not much else to say. There are a couple, obviously, faster you get there, the more money you make. Time gets added on to your clock.
You're with
Obviously,
me
this
now.
whole
Take me to
time
the
it's a high
Krusty
score
Burger
thing.
at once. I give you
So
permission to
you,
speed.
Do you have my
more
pills?
time you have, more passengers, more money, higher score, yada yada yada. The draw for this game had to have been,
God darn it.
here are the voice cast for The Simpsons,
Bye.
one
Oh,
of the
no,
biggest
I'm alone.
shows
Oh well.
Hey, the law says you're not supposed to drive that fast.
in
but, what the
a
heck?
Get in the
3D
blooming car
game.
already.
Grocery store, please.
But that's it. I mean, like,
Microwave meal for one for dinner.
I'm afraid of the future. Run along now.
Well, you sure drive better than Seymour.
obviously the amount of time you get, even on a fast
Hurry,
delivery,
Time's
is
away,
not
kid.
enough to make up for the time you lose.
Can you
So you
take
never
me
find yourself
somewhere? Oh, I
like
forgot where I
higher
need
than
to
what you
go.
started
Sit
with.
down and shut up. Get out of my motor car.
All you can hope to do is slowly but surely,
Hot diggity.
Can you take me home? Thieves stole my
like,
police
maybe
car.
only
Sit down and
lose
shut up.
3 or 4 seconds per drive. There are a couple things during your drive. They might ask you for a safe trip or avoid traffic kind of situation, in which case you get bonuses.
Are we going to die?
That's it. I mean, like I said, the draw here is to play and hear Simpsons characters talk and talk to each
How
other.
about them apples?
Thanks for the ride. I miss ya.
Hey!
Let's make the scene.
Take me home! I have to regroup from a wedgie!
What year is this?
What, obviously, hey, video games have come a long way. We can all agree that. I don't know what I hit there, but they put, we'll give them the benefit and say they put a lot of
Yeah.
characters in.
Didn't think we were gonna make it, did you?
Thanks!
All their
You rocked the
voice
house.
Home, please. Mother needs her sponge bath.
is in there. They
Let's go,
take
go, go! No talking while I'm driving.
probably very few clips from the show, and it's actually recorded lines. Thing is, they must have said, like, hey, we don't know who people are going to play as, we don't know how often we're going to see you, so we really only need, like, if each of you can only give, like, 4 lines. The character you pick to drive,
Bye. Oh no, I'm alone.
you will
well.
hear
That was
them
adequate.
say the same thing
Hot diggity.
10, 20 times, and this is only, essentially a 2-minute
Back in my
run
day,
as
we
it
called
starts off.
sandwiches Flat Freddy.
The only
But
obstacle
more
besides
playing cards
traffic
and
and your own terrible driving is the buses that Mr. Burns commissioned, and Mr. Burns himself, and they will try to hit you if they see you. That's it.
Didn't think we were gonna make it, did you?
May the good Lord forgive your sins, because I won't.
Hop in, Junior. Time's a-wasting.
Probably will not be able to drop off.
Whoa, dude, I'm glad you came along.
No,
No,
talking
like in
while I'm
Crazy
driving.
Taxi, there's a way to do a speed burst. None of that stuff.
There you go.
Thanks for the lift, dude.
If you hit the little bus
Hello,
stop
you
things,
look
you
like you
get
could
a
use a
bonus
ride.
2
Hey, can you
seconds.
take me to the grocery
Whopping
store?
2
They have a
seconds
sale
for
on
that.
nutmeg.
Sit down and shut up. There's my pelvis. There you go.
Nice riding with you.
Even characters that you think should recognize each other, Grandpa and Marge,
Do
for
you
instance,
have my pills?
they pretty much do not have any lines. No.
Más rápido, por favor.
That's it.
Send me back
Game, we
to
beat
the
it.
home.
We beat the game. Made $7,000. Let's see what that wins us, Johnny. Oh, forgot to introduce myself. Whatever. You guys all know me. Skip Tarkington. No, you've been to this channel before.
Hey, your rating is
Insane.
That is the best joke, in my opinion, in the game. And it's a callback to Krusty Camp they go away to, where it's Mr. Black. So them saying insane is the best joke, and it's not that big. So when you make money, you can choose your reward. You can either get a new character to drive as, or a new location. If it's a character, I believe you get to pick the character. If it's a starting location, they
Let the fools have their automobiles, I say.
just give you, the next location in line. So we have the entertainment district. Sure, we'll save it. Oh, yes. Boy. We'll jump into mission mode. We'll see what the quote unquote story has to offer. Sunday Drive is you can just literally drive the area to see all of your favorite Simpsons landmarks with no time limit, no desire to pick up characters. Alright, missions. There are 10 of them. Here we go. Burns bought the Springfield Shopper, filled the paper with pro-transit propaganda. Willie won't stand for it. Destroyed 12 of 20 newspaper boxes before time runs out. Perfect. Let's do it. Do it to it.
You won't get away with this, Bones.
If it wasn't apparent on watching me, the controls are super swimmy. You aren't going what I would say a high rate of speed, but it's the joystick, and it's not just, the Xbox joystick, so to say, but it is so touchy that weaving in between cars or trying to avoid some traffic is just not something you can do anymore.
Oh, I ruined my good kilt. Never doubt a Scotsman.
I love The Simpsons. I would really like to state that. We'll keep thing going. As a kid, I grew up on The Simpsons. I watched it until its 21st season when it kind of started getting real bad. I love the characters. I love that there are little obscure characters that you can play as. I like eventually unlock Willy and you can drive that tractor around all you want. You know, I like being able to play as Professor Frank, pick up Hans Moleman, and have them have banter that is not together at all. Because it's clearly just clips that they've inserted of their recordings of Frank going gliding, and then Hans Moleman saying something like, "Don't kill me," and then you're just like, oh, that unlikely duo. But okay, let's just continue. Enough talking, right? Mission 2, Mr. Burns found out that Homer left work to watch a baseball game. He's planning to sneak back into work, drive Homer back to work without being hit by Mr. Burns. Great, a avoid level. This is probably going to go swimmingly.
Boy, remember what Daddy told you about being responsible and showing up to work on time? Well, it's all a lie.
Homer, that's America to me.
Get him, Smithers.
Eep.
That's my fault.
Dad, Clown.
Hit a wall.
Why do you torment me so?
The lines between what you can break through and what you can't break through, very, very blurry. You can hit traffic lights that are blue, but I don't think you can hit like gray traffic lights, and there are some rocks in the ground that you can upend, but then there are rock like formations that you can't.
Boy, remember what Daddy told you about being responsible and showing up to work on time? Well, it's all a lie.
Homer, that's America to me.
Oh, I bit my tongue.
Get him, Smithers.
Oh, okay, so that's him.
Dad, Clown, why do you torment me so?
Eep.
What I really like is that the downtime between failing and waiting for it to start. The run was 12 seconds, and you waste 30 seconds trying to just retry. No. You do get a horn button, designated horn button.
Boy, remember what Daddy told you about being responsible and showing up to work on time? Well, it's all a lie.
Homer, that's America to me.
Get him, Smithers.
I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R-T.
We did it.
I mean, S-M-A-R-T.
Keep them coming. 2 down. This is this game. And, you know, there are people who know video games more than me. And there might be people who know Simpsons more than me. There's certainly people who know. This was never an arcade game. It's not Crazy Taxi when it was ported and brought to the Dreamcast. It made sense that all it was the one arcade thing where you put a quarter in, you race, and you'd see how long you last, you get a high score, and that's it. And then because it came for the Dreamcast, it gave you a puzzle mode. This didn't do that. This never was in the arcade. People weren't at Dave & Buster's playing Simpsons Road Rage. So they took Crazy Taxi and they said, hey, let's make a at-home game that is that shallow. Let's do that. And we'll tack on a mission mode, of course, obviously. How many missions should we have there, Dave? What do you think? I don't know. Let's make it an even number. 20? No, 20 is too many. People are not going to want to play these. Or play this game, for that matter. Just 10. Yeah. 10 missions. That should be it. Yeah. I don't know. Already had a rough night. Let's go in and take it out on the town's various mascots. Find and knock over at least 12 mascots before time runs out. The one... I don't want to tell you which way I'm leaning here. I do like that you can hit the people with your cars. That's not a sick, hey, I want to run people over with my car.
Ah, the world's
But
gone crazy.
I
There are
like
mascots
that
everywhere.
they
Or maybe I'm seeing double again. Who
don't
knows?
always just jump out of the way.
Don't pressure me.
There's no direction, there's
Listen
no
up as
arrow
it is.
in these missions pointing you to where they
Uh-oh,
should
I
be.
think I ate a bug.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Whoa!
Let's just...
Where the-
So you just have to find the route that they expect you to take. You don't close off the world at all. Like, hey, no, you want to drive around Springfield. That's the whole point of this game. We're going to load the whole level, but we're only going to populate it with
Ah, the
12
world's gone
mascots.
crazy. There are
So-
mascots everywhere. Or maybe I'm seeing double again. Who knows? Go back to your own planet.
Get him, Smithers.
All right. No, not again. Uh-oh.
I feel like you miss one whole
Blast your head to
whole place is out of whack. Okay. We're gonna get through this. We have to show all of the game. That's how this was conceived.
Ah, the world's gone crazy. There are mascots everywhere. Or maybe I'm seeing double again. Who knows? Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Get him, Smithers.
So much violence in the world today. It begins.
Where do you go from there? Okay,
Whoa.
under.
Where the
Weird. There's 3 up front. Move down the middle. Go under the building. I'm trying to think what you unlock when you beat mission mode. It might just be the end movie,
Ah, the world's gone
You-
crazy. There are
but
mascots
you do
everywhere.
not
Or maybe I'm seeing double
unlock
again. Who knows?
the cars you're driving. I know that.
Begins.
So I played as Willie. I got a preview
Uh-oh.
of driving the tractor.
No, not again. Go back to your own
But in order to
planet.
actually unlock Willie,
All right.
Look out!
that's one. Alright. Perfect.
Go back to your
And
own
actually, the
planet.
order to unlock them is
Whoa.
you have
I
to
don't wanna take
play the
that
Road
trip
Rage
again
mode.
anytime
You
soon.
hit a certain threshold of dollars, and it keeps going up. So the first one was like 1,000 total, and then it's 10,000, and then 15, 20. I don't think it goes up by 5. Eventually, it gets to a point where you need to have raised $1 million to get like the last unlockable. We will not be doing. That's not how I'm gonna say you beat the game, is to get all the unlockables. So, not gonna. 15 of 20 streetlights at the mini mall. Grotto. This is basically just a. Here's some quick clips for the characters that you do not have unlocked. In a short little, I guess, vignette
All right, time to renew the old driver's license. Take that. Got it. Did I win yet? Wicked.
Woo!
Yeah,
3 seconds left.
Totally
The
ruled.
nail biter. Keep going. Fly through here. I mean, we're only 25 minutes into a recording, and some of that was my stupid face preambling and telling you about game. That's not even just 25 minutes of straight playing. Snake's out on parole. Decided to wreak havoc at the power plant. Runs over 20 barrels of nuclear waste. The Burns won't have any fuel left for the buses. The plot of the game, in case it wasn't made apparent by that opening video, that Mr. Burns controls transit now, and everyone's mad at him for some reason. I mean, like, the buses run on nuclear power, so I can understand the concept if nobody wants to ride them, but there's like, I don't know if Snake really be that upset about everything. That doesn't seem like a Snake Plissken.
This town is so dull. Mindless destruction. Take that, Springfield.
18 on the first try. Need 20. In case anyone's wondering how I pick out what game is next, so if any game that I'm currently playing will be featured. I'm not currently playing Simpsons Road Rage. Just a random grab. Just said, hey, remember that game? I'm gonna play it. Especially while, I guess, the channel gets started, is trying to be like, well, okay, I need to get some games on the big board. Oh, Mr. Burns is angry.
This town is so dumb. What in blazes? You'll regret this. Take that, Springfield.
And that was 17. Oh, I would have had it. I would have hit that. Okay, this is tight. I'm sure I am not nearly finding the perfect route. Hit these. Said there's no. They don't appear on your map. There's a little mini map in the corner there. They don't appear as a objective for you to
Get him, Smithers. This town is
point
so
your finger
dumb.
at. Oh boy. Take that turn quicker. Yeah, games are random. If I haven't played it in a while, I'll pull it. If I'm playing it currently, then you'll watch me as I play through it. Games that I may have beaten right before starting this channel might take a while for me to want to play it again.
Time for crime spree.
For instance, I, at one point, was like, I'm going to play through all of the Final Fantasies.
Mindless destruction.
And I did, but I am not going to go back and be like, man, I really want to play through 1 and 2 again just to have it on the channel, because
Town is
those
so
were
dumb.
rough.
Take that, Springfield.
Oh,
Totally
man.
awesome. Yeah, mindless destruction. I've really
Woo.
got to learn to enjoy my
Like,
parole more.
Everyone, and just gonna have like 5 seconds or less. I think we're more than halfway done with the missions. Loading up now. Hit it. Good. 6. Garbage cans need to be taken out. Is anyone sensing a theme as to what the missions are? It's very different than Road Rage mode. Yeah, it's hit things.
They'll never take me alive, I tell you. Never. Move it or lose it.
Oh,
How about them apples?
pretend that was 8.
Please don't tell anybody I did this.
Then I hit an invisible wall that caused my car to just stop when it should have hit a jump. Hey, making video games is hard.
They'll never take me alive, I tell you. Never.
Based on the fact that they only recorded,
Get him, Smithy.
the controls are sketchy at best. They clearly only expected you to play the mission 1 or 2 times because he starts with the same line every time. Every time we did Bart and Homer level, it was Homer telling Bart about skipping work, and Bart saying, "That's America to me." And like, oh, okay, I'll never get sick of that line. Oh, Mr. Burns.
I won't forget this.
Look at me, I'm free as a bird.
11. Could be 12. Oh, man.
Don't send me back to the home.
Alright, doable. Very doable. What do you guys want to talk? Favorite Simpsons episode? We could do that. A lot of good ones. We actually just went back and watched every Simpsons episode that we have on DVD. Like, first 12 seasons.
They'll never take me alive, I tell you. Never.
You realize that Simpsons is a very good show.
Please don't tell anybody I did this.
I do like, hey, this is a positive, that if you knock something into what you're trying to hit, it counts.
Whee!
There we go.
Didn't think the old man had it in him, did you?
So you could technically smash into a tree and that rolls into a garbage can, and then that counts as one of your 12 garbage cans, which is pretty good. Right. Professor Frank, probably my favorite character. Though fuel-efficient hovercar, Mr. Burns is determined to destroy it. He and Mayor Quimby must get to City Hall. We'll watch out for Mr. Burns. Professor Frink and the Sea Captain are probably my two favorite characters. They're just great. They're great at everything. But Professor Frink would be terrible if he was the main character.
Thank you, fair citizen.
So happy to be on the road with the driving, and the steering, and the cell phone related mishaps.
What's the big idea?
Mo is probably up there too.
Get him, Smithers.
Ow, the collision, it hurts me.
Really tight.
Zoy!
Secret there is to purposely crash into the wall and just hope you stay inbound. 1 second left. Flying through. Lisa, logging company's chopping down trees. Hit 24 piles of wood. Sure. I have 30 seconds to do it.
The time for action is now.
Okay. Good start. Get a lay of the land here.
Look at me, I'm flying. Take that. Oh no!
Get him, Smithers.
Not way to go. One's free. 20. Oh boy. And
Get out of the way!
this
This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it.
How dare you defy
based
Mother
terribly.
Nature
I feel like I
won,
must have taken it.
loggers 0.
It was a bad start in general, but only come across 5 sets of logs of 8.
The time for action is now.
Your eyes peeled for logs.
Kid power!
Go this way. Any
Ow!
better?
Take that!
No. Answer. Thing is, like, you have to imagine.
Ow! Mother Nature 1,
Yep,
loggers
okay.
0.
Sure. I understand the need for making it challenging. This is, you know, a mode in your game. Somebody paid $60, $50 for.
The time for action is now.
What's insane to me, though, is the
Whee! This is somewhat
complete lack
ironic when you really
of
think about it.
where anything is.
Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. Take that!
Where's the next toilet?
Oh no! Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. Take that!
What? Okay. Guys. I know that I don't have a chat or I'm streaming. You guys can't tell me what I'm. Where the shit are the rest of these levels?
The time for action is now. Whee! Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. Oh no! This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it. Take that! Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it. Take that!
Okay. Go up. Get those two. Still ran out of time and I needed to find one more. Thing is, you can't skip missions to go to the next one.
The time for action is now.
And look behind you.
Kid power! Take that!
In case you're just like, oh, I bet I missed one.
You maniac! This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it. Mother Nature 1,
No, I will
loggers
never get
0.
sick of her hearing. At least get sick of that.
Everyone's a psycho but me. Take that! Get out of the way! This is somewhat ironic when you really think
Just
about it. No! Not the trees! Not the precious life-giving...
All the other levels feel like they give you more than you need.
The time for action is now. Kid power!
This one just
This is somewhat
barely
ironic
gives
when
you
really
enough
think
time
about
to
it.
hit.
Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. Ow! Take that!
Feel like you got a
Out
U-turn
of the
there.
way!
Okay.
Take that!
No way, it's not enough.
You maniac! Mother Nature 1, loggers 0.
I'm like on Monty Burns' property?
No! Not the trees! Not the precious life-giving trees! Why? Why?
Oy, oy, oy. I just wanted it to be mission mode. I want to show how great that is.
The time for action is now. Whee! Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. You maniac! Take that! This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it. Take that! Ow! Oh no! Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. This somewhat ironic when you really think about it. Take that!
Where is this last log pile that you could realistically hit?
Life-giving trees! Why? Why?
This will be the end of me. We're only game 2. Alright, we gotta do better. We gotta count. You hit the first one no matter what.
The time for action is now. Kid power!
1. To the left. No matter what, we have to go over a
Everyone's
bridge.
a
Don't
psycho
hit
but
anything.
me. Take that!
2.
Oh no! This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it. Mother
Or this.
Nature 1,
We'd turned
loggers
back
0.
around, we'd hit
Take
2. That's not the answer.
Ow! This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it. Mother Nature 1,
Nothing in
loggers
there.
0.
Where could this... What is...
This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it. No! Not the trees! Not the precious life-giving...
There's 2 up there. You would have to assume, and they're close together. That's what you want. You don't have time to loop around the map twice to get to that as your final 2.
The time for action is now.
It's not like I can turn left or right up here
Whee! This is somewhat
and
ironic
go
when you
back
really think about
around
it.
and still make it up there. Up here was nothing.
Take that!
Look out. Yeah, this is, you lose no matter what. This one. So, I'm guessing the one on the left. Right at the start. Three together there.
The time for action is now. Kid power! Mother Nature 1, loggers 0.
Third lead.
This is somewhat ironic when you really think about it.
Yes.
Take that!
Cross. Oh. Criminy.
Mother Nature 1, loggers 0. Take that!
If I can make it to Burns,
You made
have
it!
enough. That is a tight window. That's got to be the window, right?
The time for action is now.
So I don't think there's a speed difference
This
between
is somewhat
driving on
ironic
grass.
when you really think about it. Ow! Take that!
This
Mother
drive
Nature 1,
here.
loggers 0. Take that! somewhat ironic when you really think about it.
Oh.
Take that!
Oh, thank. Oh, thank. Oh, omnipotent, powerful Gorp.
Ow! Let that be a lesson to you.
I would have sat there for 9 hours trying to figure that out. I'm sure that was as fun watching it over and over again as it was playing it over and over again. Hey, Krusty, dealing with all the tour buses. Knocked down at least 15 of the signs to throw them off the track. Well, okay. Let's see if this is more of a Lisa level or if this is a Grandpa level.
Hey, hey! Now let's get out of here.
But
Oh,
definitely
great.
don't go the right way.
I just had another heart attack.
They lead you towards one another. The theory would be
Get him, Smithers.
Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas.
no, I'm not gonna get it. Find it. See what we're working with. Well, I'll be honest, I did half of them and I ended up turning around, so. The cartoony look, 3D cartoony look, and then what they use to highlight the items you're trying to hit sometimes means in all the
Hey,
chaos.
hey! Now let's get out of here.
Having to be spot on with getting something so small.
Get him, Smithers.
Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas.
This one went right.
Oh, I think I just seltzered myself. Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas.
Will it, Krusty? Will it cost the city 100 shamolas?
Get him, Smithers.
Up. Up. 14 out of 15, and I got stuck by Burns.
Ow, my...
It looks like that was a big circle. I probably missed someone in there. I know there are better Simpsons games.
Hey, hey! Now let's get out of here.
Get him, Smithers.
Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas. Ah! Welcome to Fakakta Airlines. Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas.
A lot of people work on this show, and a lot of characters voice same like 40 characters. So how did they only record like 2 dialogues? For sake.
Oh, great. I just had another heart attack.
That next one is can get through this. We have 2 missions to do. This one and the last one. Don't want to make this a multi-part
Now let's get out of here.
episode.
Get him, Smithers.
Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas.
So small that I'm assuming I'm missing them. I'm like driving past them.
Ah, I can't feel my clown nose. Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas.
Get him, Smithers.
Is this any way to treat a celebrity? Oh, that'll cost the city a few hundred shamolas.
Go. 9 seconds left. Final level. Who was going to give Mr. Burns once for all for destroying the statues in his garden? Statues made 2 or more pieces. Homer needs to break 20 pieces before time runs out. Okay. Hit 10 statues. What that says to me. Sure, Mr. Burns. Be in the way.
You'll remember my name when we're finished here, Burns.
Get him,
Oh.
Smithers.
This. Okay.
Just call me Air Homer. In your
Mr. Burns
face.
hit them.
Homer 1, Burns 0. Take that.
Nope.
Hey!
Oh. Okay.
Ow, my head! Hey! What the? Eat my dust! Hey!
Yep,
What
there we
the-
go.
what the- hello,
Overhead,
suckers!
that's what they
In
threw at
your
you.
face. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMRT.
All missions
I mean,
complete.
SMAR.
Unlock the special prize. We did it. We beat Simpsons Road Rage. We did the impossible. No one said it could be done. Everyone said, "You're crazy. Simpsons Road Rage is the toughest game in the world. It's so long. So difficult." You
The
know?
sticker
We
price
got it.
is
We got Homer's special
$82,000.
car. All of that. So, what we're gonna do here, I want to show off 2 things. Because we gotta get a full taste of this game here. You know, we'll go a little over an hour, but it won't be crazy. For one, lucky for me, the original Xbox keeps saves forever. I have my old save where I've unlocked everything. Because, you know, we gotta get a full taste of what's in store here. Here's all the characters. Look at that, you get Willie, this tractor.
Get ready for some big
Yeah, big Willie style. That's good. Chief Wiggum,
Never fear, Chief Wiggum is around.
Otto, Mo, Barney's Plow King, Apu's sports car, Krusty, Flanders in the station wagon.
Ned Flanders at your service.
Another Homer, you know,
Oh, Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
Reverend Lovejoy, the book burning mobile. Which is a great joke that
Come and
they
ride in
turned
the
into a
Lord's
car here.
chariot.
Why Reverend Lovejoy is one of the playable characters, couldn't tell you. Snake, Little Bandit, Professor Frank with his flying car. This question mark is the Xbox and I believe PlayStation GameCube all had a calendar for the system. If you play this game on a holiday, you unlock a special holiday car. only for use on that day. So I got this game for Christmas, I think, and you got a Christmas vehicle. Then obviously the day after you can't play as that car. Is a great joke. Thank Mo. Drive around town. 6 whopping levels. That even says on the back box, 6 huge worlds, 30 hilarious characters, real character voices, and then they just filled out. I mean, this isn't even a thing. Cruise, crash, and soar. That's it. That's I guess a
Steal any of my
tagline.
passengers and you'll pay for it, my
No idea.
friend. You'll pay dearly.
Another day, another money pile. And away we move.
I require a ride to the military antique store. I desire a +3 mace.
Shut your head hole.
Why would you tell him to shut up? You picked him up. You didn't say anything. Say that the car smelled.
Yoink! You did it at warp 10.
Midge, what are you doing here?
Hello, Mo. You scare me. Springfield mission, please. Homer loves the free soup.
Just shut up and let me drive.
You would
okay?
never say that to Marge.
Another
You would never
satisfied
tell Marge
customer.
to
You're
shut
a
up.
regular Jeff
He
Gordon.
is trying to sleep with Marge.
Where to, Mac?
Hey, can you take me to the girls' school? I heard they were looking for a bus driver.
You got it.
For the ones we have to destroy, there's in the top right corner, you have to destroy 6 objects to get the bonus.
Score 1 for the bartender.
You are
For the lift, dude.
always
All
told,
for Mo.
like, hey, avoid stuff so you can get there faster. And I was like, go out of your way and just drive up on the side of the road. It's interesting. So the harder you can switch difficulties, the only thing difficulty does is twofold. It gives you more money
History Museum, please.
so
much to learn.
for the
So little
locations
public funding.
Hold on to your hat,
because it gives you less time to start with. So I think playing on hard, you only have 40 seconds to start with, as opposed to on normal, like a minute 15 or something like that.
Get him, Smithers.
That's
There you go.
You have a gift for speed.
Who's wearing the cat's pajamas now?
going.
Hurry up. I ain't got all day.
All right, take me to the bank. I have to conduct an armed transaction.
Shut your head hole.
There, hit all the objects I needed. They have bonus.
So long, loser.
Awesome, dude. You're the best.
Let's go. I ain't got all day.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Hold on to your hat, Mac. Watch where you're walking, you moron.
I think Mo should recognize.
Oh, yeah.
All right, get out of the car now, please.
Thanks for the lift, dude.
Or Bart should recognize Mo.
Quit your whining already.
There's there could have been so much more to
Hello? I don't go where you work and tell you you're running
taking
out of
the
time.
Simpsons license and applying it and being like, these characters don't always interact. I don't need a story between them, but Bart could have just been like, hey Mo, and Mo could have been like, skipping school or something stupid, and then that could have been it. I think he said, hey Midge.
Hey, your rating is...
Reckless.
Okay.
My buses aren't good enough for you, eh? Well, I say, hard cheese.
So, I'm going to show you 2 more things. That was one. One is fun to drive. We're not going to spend a lot of time in here. We'll take the Bookberry Mobile, and we will check out the Entertainment District. This is such a weird concept because everyone who likes Simpsons probably wanted to understand the
You simpering fool, get that rattle trap off the road.
space. Like, you're like, oh, okay, here's here's Moe's bar. Where is that in relation to everything else, right? So, oh, here's Moe's. This is where Homer is. And there's, oh, look, there's our King Tut's music store that's next door. And so the whole point here is drive around and see the locations, and somebody obviously had to map this stuff out. Like, oh, there's the Duff Brewery. I would say that's within walking distance of those. Okay, if you ask me. You know, the Rusty Barnacle, classic. And so this is really the whole point. You can pick people up. You can learn the level if you really want to. If I pick somebody up, I'll tell you where to go. There's no time limit. I can just ride around with snakes forever. Not really a big deal.
Fear, God will protect us.
Putt. Good stuff. Like, so you could do a virtual tour, but you still have to like load into the world. So I couldn't go from the bowling alley to 742 Evergreen Terrace because that's a different world.
Hey, watch where you're going.
And there's no load. It's not even like I could like, well, it's gonna be a long drive and there's gonna be loading screens. It's just like, no, this is
awesome, dude.
The map just is going to loop and loop and loop and loop and loop and loop. I forgot that select is you're stuck. Just puts it down. But okay, we're gonna take a look at the ending video because hey, we beat the game. We beat mission mode. I believe normally, I guess I was wrong with mission mode. Unlock the car and not a video. If you unlock everything else, all 6 levels, all, say, 20 cars, then you can get the ending video. Take a look at that, and we'll rate this game.
I've had it with you people complaining about my scary, glowing buses. I haven't seen a display of civil disobedience this contemptible since the Summer of Love. You want the transit system back? Then take it. But don't think for a moment that you've seen the last of Monty Burns.
Build on the trap.
This game has become tiresome. Insert the alternate game disc.
I feel like there were 2 different teams, the Simpsons writers and the game developers. Simpsons writers knew that this was not great, and so they made fun of both in the opening movie, saying like, well, let's just get to the game already without any story, which is fine. And then 2, the closing movie, basically being like, this game's boring and tiresome, let's play Pong. You know, true, it is. Let's say. Did it. Change your cameras. Simpsons Road Rage. Now we technically beat it. When I started this video, I was like, oh, 10 missions. I don't remember how hard those are. It has been 14, 15 years since I've played this game. So maybe I won't beat all the missions. That's not really the main game. Hey, I did it anyway. But no, I'm not going to go through all of Road Rage. You are not going to see me slowly buy every car. It's the same thing over and over and over again. They do not mix it up at all. The characters don't mix it up either. But okay, hey, enough of that. Let's put it on the board. Let's take a look at that. Take a look at that beautiful shiny board here. Oh, all right. Oh, I'm gonna block the cat here for a second. This is probably better. Okay, so we've now got a second game we need to add to the list. In the first video, this didn't have to be done because we didn't have any comparison to make. Sorry, didn't mean to bang the microphone. But now we do. We have to say, is this game better than Super Mario Brothers? real quick comparison, Super Mario Brothers, known for being one of the classics, one of the platforming pioneers. The controls are tight. You do not feel that it's cheap. It gets harder, for sure. But at the same time, you take your time, you know how to play. Each level builds on itself. You start at 1-1, you understand, you hit the blocks, you jump on things, you move on, and by the time you get to 8-3, you go, okay, there's less blocks, more things to avoid, but I know how to do this. Simpsons Road Rage, positives for that. Simpsons license. I would have to look up, but I don't know if there's a Simpsons home release since Krusty's Funhouse to Simpsons Road Rage. Super Nintendo to Xbox. Don't think there's a Nintendo 64 PlayStation 1 Simpsons game. I'm not sure, but we can look into that. Simpsons license, one of the longest running show. Great voice cast, great actors. They brought in the voice cast here. They brought in Simpsons staples, locations, all that kind of good stuff. It's positive, right? Negative, Super Mario Brothers, I mean, you can just say it's dated, but it's still great. I'm going to say that Road Rage has a couple negatives going against it. Game is very one note, not worth whatever I paid for it or my parents paid for it. For what it is in the package, I would say that game should be sold as $10. I'm going to guess that it came out at. Yeah, one note. We beat it. If we just played mission mode, which is what I'm going to say is the story, we beat that. We could have beat that in a half hour. If I wanted to do all of Road Rage, I could sit, and I'm probably making 7,000 a run, we'll say, on average. You need to get to $1 million. Oh boy, math's not my strong suit, but that means I would have to play it over 100. 7 times 100 is 7,000 times 100 is 700,000, and that's not $1 million. So yeah, would not want to sit and keep playing Road Rage over and over again. So I'm going to put writing upside down, so this will have to be cleaned up later. But Simpsons Road Rage. This handwriting is awful. In the future, maybe I'll just turn the board towards me. Our number 2 game, Simpsons Road Rage. Looking at our board now, the greatest game of all time is still Super Mario Brothers, and the worst game of all time is Simpsons Road Rage. Next video, we will look at another game. If we finish it, we'll pop it on the list. We'll see where these two fall. Maybe Simpsons Road Rage is the number 2 greatest game of all time, and something else is worse. Or maybe Simpsons Road Rage falls another spot. We'll see. Feel free in the comments to tell me if you agree with this rating. If you think Simpsons Road Rage truly is worse than Mario Brothers, or maybe there's something I'm missing about Mario Brothers that makes it worse than Simpsons Road Rage. Either way, feel free, drop me a line, let me know what the next game you think I should play. I'm going to do a long form game next, something that I'm not going to beat in one sitting. While I play through that, I will also mix in other games, so it won't just be 5 video series of me playing one game. Instead, it might be, one here, then another game, then go back to it. You guys will get it. Anyway, thanks for joining me on What's the Greatest. Till next time, as we explore what's the greatest game all time. I hope you guys had fun. Hope you learned something. Hope you agreed with my rating. Until next time, guys. All right. That's going to do it for me. Hold your applause. The end. I'll see you next time. What's the greatest?